Hi, I'm John. I'm with Straight Talk Construction. I have over 25 years in the construction field. I was a plumbing technician, a unit carpenter, and a home inspector, and I had my own construction business, although it was not huge. I did have a construction business which started out as a handyman business. And one of the reasons I'm sharing that is I'm starting a 4-part series on the handyman business. Just want to share my triumphs and my mistakes and how you can actually start a successful handyman business. One other thing I want to share is that right here, it's not a prop. I'm actually in the process of renovating my house. I bought a house about 4 months ago, and it's a little bit of a fixer-upper. And I just want to take you along on this journey with some of these projects I have going on. I heard a great quote by Zig Ziglar. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. So I want to encourage you to get out there and make a change for your future. And whether you're absolutely brand new or switching careers, I believe this channel is for you. Now let's get into it.
This next video is about how to start a profitable handyman business in your 20s. Most guys in the trade spend their 20s building skills for someone else's business. I did the same thing for years until I finally figured out how to build one for myself. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to start a profitable handyman business the right way, and before you waste another year working for someone else. Are you building or drifting? What if the job you're working right now is training you, but you never used the training? What if 5 years from now you realize you learned skills, watched how jobs run, saw how customers behave, and never built anything for yourself? That's the part nobody talks about. It's not that young guys can't work hard. It's that a lot of you are learning but not building. And those are two different things. If you're in your 20s and 30s right now, working with your hand and picking up real world skills, are you just earning and getting by, or are you preparing for your future? Because starting a profitable handyman business in your 20s isn't about hype. It's about using the experience you've already gained. I've seen what happens when young guys move strategically, and I've seen what happens when they drift. Most aren't lazy, they're just unclear, and unclear decisions cost years. This channel is about helping you think long term so you don't wake up at 30 wishing you moved differently. So let's talk about how to do this the right way. So there's some things you need to know before you take $1 from a customer, and also before you take one single job. There's a few things that need to be in place, not later, but now. First, it's your business structure. For most guys, that means forming an LLC, but I strongly suggest you checking with a CPA. And not because it sounds official, but because it separates your personal assets from your business liability. If something goes wrong on a job, you don't want your personal savings exposed. Second, you need to open a business bank account. You don't want to be running client payments through your personal account. All income goes into the business account and all expenses come out of the business account. It keeps your records clean and it protects you legally, and it makes taxes easier. Mixing personal and business money is one of the fastest ways to create problems. Third is to check licensing requirements in your state, because every state is different. Some states have handyman licenses with job value limits, and some require a general contractor license. And some cities and counties add their own rules. So you need to research what exactly applies where you live, especially around electrical, plumbing, and HVAC work. Just because you know how to do a task doesn't mean you're legally allowed to charge for it. Fourth is insurance. General liability is a non-negotiable. One mistake inside someone's home can wipe out someone's savings, and insurance protects your future. It also changes how customers treat you. When you confidently say you're insured, the conversation shifts. People won't look at you like you're doing side work. They look at you like you're running a legitimate business. Now, once that foundation is set, then you build. Step one is to define the business clearly. You need to build a simple business plan, not a sophisticated one. At the very least, one clear page. Because if you don't define the game, you can't win it. You need to start with what services you're going to offer. And don't list this as general handyman. You need to be specific. I suggest you start off with 5 top services. For instance, drywall repair, light fixtures, toilet and faucet replacement, door installs and adjustments, minor trim work, or other skills you may have. And begin with that and stay in your lane. If it's not on the list, don't take it at first. And this will protect your time and your reputation. Also, you need to define your customer. You need to know if you're going to target homeowners, landlords, property managers, older couples, and you need to clarify here. Because when your customer changes, your messaging, pricing, and communication change depending on who you serve. Now, let's talk about something very important. Numbers. Write down your monthly overhead. insurance, gas, truck maintenance, tool replacement, phone, software marketing, taxes. Add it up and ask yourself how many hours you can realistically bill. That number should not be 160. You won't bill every hour you work. You'll have downtime with driving, quoting, buying materials, handling messages, and doing paperwork. Maybe you'll bill 80 to 100 hours per month starting out. Now, divide your overhead by those billable hours, and that's survival. And that's what you need to survive. Now add profit, because survival isn't success, sustainability is. Now divide your overhead by those billable hours and add your profit. In many markets, to survive, this means charging around $100 to $125 per hour to function properly. I remember pricing a ceiling job early on. There was less than a sheet of drywall. I thought it was real simple. Just cut it out, replace it, tape it, mud, sand, and paint. And what I forgot to factor in was the insulation above it had been soaked at one time, and it had to be removed, bagged, and replaced. And this added the additional labor, materials, and cleanup, which meant the job took longer than I estimated. And I ate the difference. And not because the client was unfair, just because I didn't want to price for variable. You price for the full scope, and you build margin into the job. And small miscalculations can stack up and cost you. When these stack up, the profit disappears quietly and quickly. And if you personally want to earn $40 an hour or more, your business may need to charge $110 to $125 an hour to support that after expenses and downtime. You need to research this and figure out exactly what you need to charge per hour. And that gap surprises many people, but it's very real. You need to research your market, call competitors, and check local rates, because pricing with confidence comes from math. Skill without systems create chaos, and receipts shoved in the glove box and customer info buried in text threads. No job tracking, no invoices. Money comes in, money leaks out. From day one, you need to use an organized system. Track every receipt, log every customer, and document every job. Send invoices electronically and collect payment on the spot. These professional systems will protect you. Also, how you pay your bills matter. Every construction-related bill should be paid immediately. Not when it's due, but immediately. Suppliers will notice you and they will trust you. Reputation isn't just based on Google reviews. It's how suppliers see you, and it's how you handle money. It's consistency. And you don't need everything in regards to tools. You need organization. You keep your truck clean, secure your tools. Tool theft can erase months of progress in one afternoon. You need to protect what you're building. Also, think about appearance. Appearance matters. A clean shirt, a professional look, a nice truck. You don't need anything flashy. And marketing isn't just online. A clean, professional image builds trust before a client even meets you. You need business cards, just simple, clear, and easy to hand out. T-shirts or polos with your logo. Nothing flashy, just professional. These small touches will make you look like a business and not a side gig. And when you combine that with an online presence, such as a Google business profile or local Facebook or Nextdoor groups where you ask for reviews after every job, consistency in branding and marketing signals reliability. And clients notice professionalism, and opportunities will follow. Now here's the big picture. If you zoom out, this isn't about just starting a handyman business. It's about how you use your 20s. Your 20s are for stacking skill, building leverage, and creating options. If you start at 23 and move strategically, by 29 you're not hoping for opportunity, you have it. So ask yourself again, are you just working or are you preparing? Clear services, clear numbers, a legal structure, protection in place, disciplined money habits, professional appearance, and consistent marketing. That's how you build something that lasts. If you're serious about starting your own handyman business, I've got a video that breaks down exactly how to price your job so you're actually making money, not just staying busy. Check it out right here on my channel. And if this gave you clarity, hit subscribe and like. Every week we're covering what it actually takes to build a career in the trades, not just survive one. Because here we're building smart from the start.